Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick. The coronavirus pandemic has grounded thousands of flights around the world, turned airports into virtual ghost towns. Indianapolis International Airport remains open for essential travel. And this week, news that the Federal Aviation Administration is sending nearly $100 million in relief to Indy International and more than 60 other Hoosier airports around the state. Pleased to welcome to the show, as always, Indianapolis Airport Authority Executive Director Mario Rodriguez via Skype with more. And Mario, as always, great to see you.
Gary, great talking to you. I wish it were under better circumstances. Yeah. It's always great to talk to you.
I agree. Mario, I mentioned that the airport, year after year, North America's best, a vibrant hub, a great front door for the state of Indiana. Much different picture out there, much different vibe now, right?
Well, an incredibly different vibe. We believe that this event, COVID-19, is transformational for our entire industry. And you could see the transformation starting right now. We only have about 4.5% of our passengers going through the terminal. So in other words, it seems like a ghost town. Mm-hmm. And as we transition into what our new reality is going to be, we've been planning, we've been preparing, and we've been seeing different things that are occurring in the industry or should occur in the industry. Yeah. And we're actually getting ready for it. These federal dollars that are coming in are going to be very helpful, but I don't want anybody to get the impression that it's a windfall. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of money to operate this airport. There's a lot of fixed costs, including debt for this terminal that I'm sitting in. And the $52 million that's coming in here will be paying for those operating costs that are very much fixed, that are not dependent on tax dollars. We generate our own dollars through fees for airlines, fees for concessionaires, the parking, and everything else, which those revenues are non-existent right now. Yeah. But we've been very prudent, and we've planned very well, and we believe we're on solid footing. But we don't know the future. Nobody does.
And that's my question. I know you can't predict with certainty, but as you look coming out of this post-pandemic, first of all, the airlines, obviously they're taking a major hit here. What can travelers, what can the public expect from an airline perspective coming out of this?
From an airline perspective, they could probably expect much less capacity in the system. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of aircraft on the ground. There's a lot of the crews that are furloughed. So it'll take time for that to catch up with the necessity. So in other words, the necessity of the demand all of a sudden comes back, which may not be really realistic. The capacity will not be there. So the airlines will take time to spool up, just like everybody else will. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Will, because most of their aircraft are spread all over the United States, are on the ground, spread all over the United States. Some of their crews are already furloughed or will be furloughed, and that'll take time to bring that capacity back up.
Indianapolis International has continued to get kudos from around the globe for how it operates and a number of other things. What's going to be key in your view, Mario, for the airport, the facility there, for operation of the airport? What's going to be key coming out of this from a competitive standpoint?
Well, the same thing that was key before. We're going to make sure we maintain a high level of public value. And, our question zero is that we serve all of you. We're your airport. We're here to serve you. So we want to make sure we serve you in the best way. We want to make sure that you as a traveling customer are well served, are safe, feel safe, that the accommodations are correct, and that'll take some time to work out. Yeah. We've implemented a lot of sanitation, a lot more so than we did before, and we were the #1 airport in the United States, and we continue to do that, and we're trying to think of what the future travel experience will be and what you will need.
All right, looking also at the flip side, we're talking consumers, travel. How about FedEx? Obviously a major hub located right near the airport there and on property. FedEx, have they been actually seeing an increase? How are they doing?
FedEx is in good shape. While their ground has increased, we understand their air has decreased a little bit, not much. But of all the winners in this really horrible tragedy, that sort of on-demand delivery system is probably one of the winners in this whole thing. FedEx, UPS, DHL, and airlines like that move packages in a very rapid way.
Yep. As you look, Mario, as we wind up here, getting back to some sense of normalcy, as we were talking before the interview here, Indianapolis and Indiana, so much dependent on the tourism business, on major sporting events and those types of things, all impacted dramatically. So I guess how you come out of this will be dependent on how Indiana comes back and how these events and other things really roll out over time.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we have of everywhere that I've lived, excuse me, of everywhere that I've lived, Indiana is the state that has the highest level of leadership. Starting out with Mayor Joe Hogsett, Governor Holcomb, our board. We have incredible leaders, and I'm very optimistic that we're going to come out of this in a changed way, but in a good way. Yep. Sports will be affected, tourism will be affected, the hospitality industry will be affected, but it's not change. It's how we deal with change. We came into this with what we had, not necessarily what we needed, but we're modifying what we have to actually encompass what we need.
Mario Rodriguez, as always, great to see you. Again, sorry under these circumstances, but continued good luck to you and stay safe.
Thank you very much. You have a nice day.
All right.